Yo, what is up? It is your boy Willie Mang from Solomon's Crown. Today I'm doing a solo. Um, we're having some technical difficulties with all our stuff, but we still want to bring you guys content. I know that we've been slacking a lot. We're going through a shadow ban for a little bit, but we're trying to make it work and push through it. But today I saw this post. Black Twitter reacts to Tory Lanez first day on the trial and shooting involving Megan Thee Stallion. So allegedly, Meg Thee Stallion lied about being shot, and she just stepped on glass. This is what her doctor's saying. We're not sure whether it's right or wrong. In my camera, there we go. That should be better. But we'll probably cover this as it unfolds. So first comment is Twitter is about to treat this Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion trial like the OJ Simpson trial. And then of course, Black Twitter. Elon Musk right here replying, but maybe probably not, because his hashtag or his at. But it's okay to hate black man on Twitter, but all hell breaks loose if you say something bad about a black woman clearly lying about being shot. And then the next comment is the city is prosecuting him, not even Megan. Whenever a black man is a failure and needs to be held accountable, any criticism of him, you guys take personally as a collective, and that says so much about how you view yourself. If you see yourself in him, that's your business. So I thought that comment was a little wild, just because you can't say anything about a black woman or else, the sisterhood is going to come after you. And then all niggas ain't shit, as black women would say, but they'll go on social media and be like, oh yeah, like all I like is Pookie and Ray Ray. So like on both sides, innocent until proven guilty, as they say. But in this climate, in this society, the slogan we always use is believe all women, because most women come first above all men. I think that a lot of women deal with a lot of ain't shit ass dudes, and then they hold every other dude accountable after that, which we've seen in multiple videos that we have, where we essentially all men are held accountable for the couple bad seeds. It's like one bad apple ruins the bunch. But so the next comment, so what happens if Tory Lanez is found innocent? Is that just another situation where a woman lied on a man and her reputation was tarnished while she just lives her best life as usual? So this goes back to the Johnny Depp case, where Johnny Depp pretty much got dragged through the mud, lost his role in The Beautiful Beast, which I ended up seeing. And I was kind of like, that's wild that they just recasted him like that, especially after doing 2 movies. And he wasn't even found guilty. So that was a little wild. But, he got his get back when he sued her, and that was the closed case. But the thing about it is, even though he sued her and got money and everything like that, he also still lost a lot in the process. And I think that's the biggest thing is false allegations, as we've seen before. Mostly men don't claim false allegation against women. Most of the time it's women claiming false allegations against men. Tory Lanez hasn't convicted yet. So the fact that y'all automatically assuming black men are guilty, you don't even know that you're playing in the role that gets black men killed. You're innocent until proven guilty. Can't read today. But I thought this was a good comment, minus the grammatical errors. But the thing is like, what if dudes were like really for Megan Thee Stallion and they just rolled up on Tory Lanez and stuff like that? And the same thing is vice versa. I mean, I doubt Tory Lanez would have somebody shoot or jump Meg Thee Stallion, anything like that. But most of these situations that we see where women claim false allegations and then men are killed, men are put in jail for false allegations. They spend years, 5-6 years. Like we did another video where a guy went to jail for 5 years for unpaid child support, and then the kid wasn't even his. So that's another thing that is just like wild to me. But I'm not surprised at how the B words want Tory Lanez to go to jail without knowing the truth. these are the same women who was happy Kevin Samuels died just because they didn't agree with his work. Another thing, and these are women replying to it, because a lot of women are getting tired, I believe, of the believe all women feminist movement and just women are superior and all these things. Because the thing about that movement is, I would say that a lot of the movement is based off of ignorant people who on the low end follow it, and then on top of that, LGBTQ women, or whichever you prefer to be called as far as pronouns, are following this movement and making it, as Pearly Things would say, shout out to Pearly Things because she's always dropping knowledge, but they're making it a woman superiority movement more so than like a feminist equal rights movement. Oh no, what I was gonna say is but like, yeah, a lot of these women didn't want to be held accountable. When Kevin Samuels was around, they were mad that his words were hurtful. But a lot of these women will just let a man beat on them and still go back to him. A lot of these women were calling his show and saying, hey, this is what I want. He was telling them the facts, and then it was just like, when they got an attitude, as typical, most of these low, I wouldn't even call them low value women, but angry women who are just mad at the world, and they just messed up their whole younger lives, and now they want to rebuild and get everything that they ever wanted and deserved, but they don't want to put the work in necessarily. Um, and a lot of women were actually happy that Kevin Samuels died, which was wild to me, because he was an advocate for Black families as a whole, which a lot of women in this day and age believe that being a single mother is the best thing for them. Um, Even though you can put aside most of your differences to co-parent, because at the end of the day, the child is who needs to be the main priority in a situation. But on to the next comment. Tory Lanez trial starts this week. The TL discourse finna be insane. Not even worried about that. Tory Lanez trial started today, which means Twitter is about to be unsufferable for the next week. I mean, it's just going to be arguing for the most part. I argued with a couple people on Twitter about like hardcore facts about things, but it seems like in today's day and age, everybody just wants to say words and say things that makes them feel better. But then when it's time to provide facts and show relevant content that lines up with what you believe in, they can't do the same, because as we've seen in most of these street interviews, which we'll probably get into some, uh women are being asked a question that pretty much is setting themselves up for failure. So, for example, do you think men and women are equal? Yes. So why is it that women are able to get into the club for free and men aren't? And it's like, do you think that privilege is a thing? Oh, yes. So you think that pretty girls get into the club for free is okay? That's equality. And they're like, well, yes and no. And it's just, everybody wants to, no, I'm not even going to say everybody, but a lot of people are growing up in this day and age thinking that everything revolves around them. And if it does not benefit them, then it's wrong immediately. So I'm not going to argue with people on Twitter. Tory Lanez going to trial today, so I know the timeline finna be unbearable this week. Repost. I'd hate to see how y'all act on here if he innocent. I love to see how y'all are gonna act when he found guilty. A whole lot of you are gonna be eating y'all words. Let the games begin. I don't think it matters regardless if Tory Lanez is innocent or Megan Thee Stallion is innocent. But I do believe that if Megan Thee Stallion is found as a liar, things won't change. It's a double standard. We already know. Tory Lanez, I mean, he's bounced back from this already. So I don't think him being found innocent is going to change much. Him being found guilty, it will most likely be, we'll have to look at what charges he's actually found guilty for. He might be found guilty for firing a weapon or something like that. So we have to really look at like what he's found guilty for, because truthfully, he could just be found guilty for gun possession or something like that. Does that mean that he shot Meg Thee Stallion? No. And based off of the other comment that we saw earlier, he's not even being sued by Meg Thee Stallion. The city is suing him, so who knows what the city is suing him for. Sounds like even if he's innocent, y'all want to see him in jail. Explain that part. They love to see the black man fail and rise the black man fell and raise the black woman on this app. I believe 100% that most of the time the black man is just thrown to the side. Black women, America, everybody tries to dog on the black man and say that, oh, we ain't shit, this and that. But there's a lot of hardworking black men out there who strive to be better. And me as an example, like when I was younger, I tried to be the smart, nice guy, all these things that my mom raised me to be. And then I dated a couple black women, and I mean, they just like Pookies and Ray Rays. They like dudes who are hood. They like dudes because that's the thing. That's a whole nother topic that we can get into because, as I say, like you are the environment that you grow up into, or grow up around. You become what your environment is. But for me, I wanted to change my environment. So that's how I learned my life lessons as I was younger. But this isn't about me. This is about the Tory Lanez case. So what do you guys think? You guys think Tory Lanez is innocent and Meg Thee Stallion was lying? If that's the case, what do we do from there? The obvious question is absolutely nothing, right? So from that, I believe that Pop will probably chime in on this if I send it to him, and then we'll go from there. But without further ado, thank you for stopping by. As a reminder, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tune into the channel. If I said anything wild, go ahead and call me out in the comment box. I'm down to have a conversation as long as it's a conversation and not somebody just coming in here and being like, yo, you're wrong. And I was like, okay, well, why am I wrong? Because like we can go back and forth with like videos, evidence, things like that. I'm down. But if you guys don't engage, then that's not something that we can do. So until next time, peace.